Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Team VRY. So if you're in the market for a new affordable smartphone from Google, then you've probably seen the new Google Pixel 9a, which does come with a lot of upgrades over older A series devices. But with that said, the Google Pixel 8a from last year still offers a lot of value, and with a reduced price, it does make for a very tempting offer. So we're going to do a quick look at both just to give you guys an idea of how they compare with each other. Now we have covered these devices, so I will drop some links in the description below. With that said, let's get started. Alright, so the Pixel 9a was released just recently, and the Pixel 8a was launched back in May of 2024. Now the two devices, while looking vaguely similar, do come with some differences in terms of design. The Pixel 8a features a more rounded look, which is similar to the Pixel 8 from 2023, while the Pixel 9a does feature a more flat design and resembles the Pixel 9 series, although it does drop the camera bar and comes with a more plain looking rear panel, especially when you compare it to older Pixel devices. Both phones do come with matte finishes all over, which I am a big fan of. Although there are some slight differences, with the Pixel 9a coming with IP69 dust and water protection, a slight difference from the IP68 dust and water protection found on the Pixel 8a. Now this is not going to matter much to you in daily use since you're probably not planning on submerging any of these phones. But yeah, it's a small difference that comes with the 9a. Now as for display, there are some more significant changes here. The Pixel 9a comes with a larger 6.3-inch OLED display versus the 6.1-inch screen on the Pixel 8a. But the Pixel 9a's display does get much brighter at up to 2700 nits of peak brightness, which is the same on the Pixel 9, versus the 2000 nits of peak brightness on the Pixel 8a. Now you won't have any trouble with outdoor visibility on either device, but the Pixel 9a will give you that slight edge if you want a much brighter display overall. They do come with Gorilla Glass 3 protection though, so there's nothing new here, and they both use an optical fingerprint scanner, which is still slower compared to the ultrasonic sensors found on the flagship Pixel 9 series. Now taking a look at the inside, the Pixel 9a does come with the Tensor G4 chip, versus the older Tensor G3 chip on the Pixel 8a. Now if we do look at synthetic benchmark differences, there's going to be minimal changes from the G3 to the G4. Most scores will be neck and neck, although it should be said that the Tensor G4 does offer better efficiency overall. I've gotten slightly less heating on here, so there's better thermal performance, and the battery endurance has been better as well. But for daily performance and moderate use, you're probably not going to notice a massive difference between the two devices. Now speaking of battery, the Pixel 9a comes with a larger 5100 mAh battery, which is the largest capacity in a Pixel phone so far. By comparison, the Pixel 8a only comes with a 4492 mAh battery, so this is a significant upgrade in favor of the 9a. The 9a also comes with faster 23-watt charging speeds versus the slower 18-watt charging on the Pixel 8a. As I mentioned earlier, when combined with the Tensor G4 chip, you're most likely to get better screen on time with the Pixel 9a, and if you value stuff like that, then of course this is something to keep in mind between the two devices. Now as for camera performance, there are some differences again this time around. Google has changed the 64 megapixel sensor found on the Pixel 8a and the Pixel 7a to a 48 megapixel sensor on the Pixel 9a. Now yes, you do get a lower resolution here, and while the 48 megapixel sensor isn't that physically larger compared to the camera on the Pixel 8a, it does allow for slightly better details, especially when it comes to low light camera performance. Overall though, most photos are going to look the same due to Google's camera software and computational photography running the show here, so make of that what you will. Both phones also come with 13 megapixel ultra-wide sensors as well as 13 megapixel front-facing cameras. So yeah, mostly similar camera capabilities, but again keep in mind the newer sensor in the Pixel 9a. With that said though, there are some features not available on the Pixel 8a. For example, the Pixel 9a comes with the AI-based Add Me feature, which is also found on the Google Pixel 9 series phones, so it doesn't look like Google is bringing it to the Pixel 8a, at least at this point in time. So if features like that are important to you, then of course the Pixel 9a might be a better fit for you. So yeah, to sum things up, the Pixel 9a does shine with its battery upgrades, such as the larger size, the faster charging speeds, and of course you do get that slightly better efficiency performance with the Tensor G4 chip, and of course the display upgrades are much welcome. However, for a much lower price, the Pixel 8a can still take great photos. It still comes with regular software support, It comes with a lot of the same Pixel software features, and overall it will depend on your personal budget and needs and wants from each phone. If you simply must have the latest phone, then by all means go for the Pixel 9a. But the Pixel 8a, as I mentioned in a previous video, is a more practical choice, especially given the price, which is now down to $350, $150 difference from the Pixel 9a, which does start at $500. Alright guys, so that does it for this quick video. Let me know what you think about both devices in the comments below. Are you going to get the Pixel 9a, or are you going to save a bit of cash and go for the Pixel 8a instead? Sound off in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.